Cartoonist is somebody that writes and draws, that has a unique perspective and a voice, and that's what this place has the most of.
The amount of freedom and the amount of trust that we get is like, I don't know if I could get that anywhere else.
I think that's what's really cool about Cartoon Network. They're not trying to look at what was successful in the past and then repeat it. They're just looking for things that they think are cool now that have never been done before.
We're not gonna take it.
I've been surprised that I've been given as much freedom as I've gotten to have, and I think as long as you can really back up what you want to do for the personal reasons that you want to do it, the network has really responded to that.
You're back!
They want you to enjoy yourself because they know that's the best way to get some good work done.
What I want to do is in line with what they like, and I'm lucky enough to be here doing it.
Cartoon Network really trusts the artists and gives them an opportunity to experiment, be crazy, and be themselves.
Ready, Woolworth? Gee, I hope I'm impressed.
They're actually letting us experiment a lot.
They really let you make your show.
We're just trying to create a conversation around what makes great art and what is going to translate and connect with an audience.
Right now you're at tier 1, which is hugging, but pretty soon you'll be at tier 2, which is smooching.
Everyone's really driven. I think that's the main thing, is like they have a real specific creative vision.
It's just about being like inspired by each other and arguing and fighting over things that you want.
I think our shows are less about the idea that is inside of them than the people behind them.
The shows I've worked on here at Cartoon Network, they all kind of have like an auteur feel because you really get like an individual artist's take on a character.
We have a lot of archetypes. So we have, the princess, and then the hero, and the sidekick. And we usually try to skew them enough that it doesn't feel like you're just watching a hero.
My favorite heroes are the ones that have to fight their natural inclination to be a huge coward.
But what if something bad happens?
I like heroes that are sort of in their own world and foolishly optimistic.
If you create a great character, then you can put them in any situation, any story.
Their own problems actually solve the bigger problem, and I like that in a hero.
Can't you see I'm lonely, lonely as can be?
The biggest thing for me is the character relatable? Are they real?
So if you want to know about me or be my friend or something, then just come over to my house tonight for a sleepover at my house.
You can actually see them thinking in there.
They have as many neuroses as we do.
I like more heroes that are kind of like, oh, he's a good guy. I could be a good guy. I think I'm going to try and do that.
They're creating these characters as an extension and a reflection of what they find funny and themselves.
People empathize with the characters that they're watching in any story. So if they're laughing, you're laughing. And if they're sad, you're sad. And if they're confident, you feel great.
Probably a lot of dangerous, awesome stuff down this hole. I better go take a look.
I think crying is really funny.
Angry people are funny.
You're participating in the tournament!
Inappropriate things.
That'll be $50, Mr. Butt Cheeks.
Funny voice will always crack me up.
And once he's dead, my magic juice will return to my body.
Character-driven comedy.
Real life makes me laugh more than anything else.
You know what makes me laugh? Someone throwing a brick in a washing machine.
I laugh inside a lot, which is a bummer for most people that have to talk to me.
I think they had some great foresight by putting the studio in Burbank, because Burbank has the most hilarious people I've ever seen.
Everybody has like fears and insecurities and stuff. Uncle Grandpa is the guy that come in and be like, screw all that. Look how awesome life is. Uncle Grandpa drives around in a custom RV. The characters that inhabit the Uncle Grandpa show live with Uncle Grandpa in his RV. This is a kid from one episode, and a kid who's bummed out because he doesn't have a nickname. All his friends have funny nicknames like Spaghetti Legs or Larry Big Shirt. And this kid's like, man, I don't have a nickname, Uncle Grandpa. And he's like, well, if you don't have a nickname, you gotta do something legendary. What I'm trying to do with Uncle Grandpa is that magic that those old cartoons were, where a character could sort of do anything, and you love the character, and you wanted to know what he was going to do next.
Clarence is just like the one who wants everybody to have a good time.
Are you here for the sleepover? Cut my hair. All right.
We're just trying to portray friendship in a way that feels realistic and like what we remember it as. I built tree forts in high school.
Yeah, we used to climb this barrel and like roll down this hill.
Or break all this wood with a hammer. Or play whack-a-gopher. Or get blown around by this thing.
Kind of bringing it back, trying to make sure they're always out playing and doing stuff that like kids should be doing.
Mystery pinata time. You guys are gonna crack up when you see what's inside this thing.
You can almost extend the concept of a gag into something that is like into a whole story.
And Steven!
A lot of the comedy of this show is the idea of Steven, the main character based off my brother Steven, being plunked into extremely dramatic, lush, beautiful situations.
Yeah.
And the comedy is about the juxtaposition of that imagery. If you're evil and you're on the rise, you can count on the four of us taking you down, 'cause we're good and evil never beats us. Win the fight and then go out for pizzas.
We are the crystal gems. We'll always save the day. And if you think we can, we'll always find a way.
Animation is cool because drawings that move are funny.
Oh, you can do anything.
You can visually experiment more in animation than you can in live action.
It's very freeing. I can do almost anything.
It all costs the same. You're just drawing it. We don't have to get stuntmen. We don't have to, get any permits. You just draw it.
A lot of times it's about capturing the specific performance that you want, from a character. Even if it's slow and measured, animation can capture that performance, perfectly.
I think a great mistake gets made when a group of adults sits around and says, hey, the kids will like this, that'll be really funny. It puts you at an arm's length. That's like trying to control something through robot arms.
If you're trying to guess what you think kids are gonna like.
To imagine a bunch of boys 6 to 11 and be like, all right, okay, walk up, like, I don't know what do you?
Kids today are like so much more sensitive than people give them credit for.
Kids are smart. They're not stupid, so you don't need to talk down to them.
We just write to make ourselves laugh, and luckily that's other people laugh at the same things that we do.
Help me, and she hits herself on the head.
I just really want to try to write stuff that I find funny.
I think it's all I can do as an artist is do what I think is funny and what I think my friends around me will think is funny.
The people who are laughing at your jokes are the people that are helping work on the show.
We're making it for ourselves. Like everybody on the show, we're like a fan of the show and we just like trying to make each other laugh.
It's a beanbag combined with a sleeping bag combined with a pair of socks. That way when you're camping, you don't have to get out of the sleeping bag to get a drink of water.
I think that's where a lot of the success has come from in recent years, is these shows feel really personal.
Such a wide audience looks at these cartoons and says, that's for me, that's my show, because this guy gets me.
Because parents have to watch children's television, I get a lot of handshakes at Comic-Con from people who are like, thank you for making something that I can watch with my kids.
In the end, we're making cartoons, but cartoons are for everyone.
And to me, what a cartoon is an art form that you can do the impossible.